Hey guys, Pawdad here. Today I have the privilege of having my daughter Mackenzie sitting here with me and talking about things that are going on with Pawdad Presents and some of the challenges, the joys, and where we want to take the company. And so join us. Yeah, first thing I want to cover here is, it is now football season again, and I am so happy because my baseball team is not doing anything. So my football team, the Broncos here, got to rep the Broncos, and I think we're gonna have a great season. So, yeah, represent. All right. Hey, so you've probably seen me a lot on camera, but this lovely young lady here is not on camera as much, but she's out on TikTok, so you've probably seen her as well. She's a stay-at-home mom and takes care of two beautiful grandchildren for me.
Crazy ones, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And we're just gonna kind of talk today about Pawdad Presents and what we're doing.
Yeah.
So.
I think we wanted to start off a little bit with just asking the question, like, when you came up with the idea of Pawdad, what did you see that becoming? Like, what did you see that progressing into, or who did you want us to be as Pawdad?
If I'm being honest, it was really just I had the opportunity to build a song at work, and I needed something quick, and I found this app that allowed me to do that, and I'm like, man, that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really enjoyed doing that. And then, and I never really thought of having my own business or anything. I've just never been that, like, an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
But this was like, man, I think this could be something fun. I love music. I don't have the attention span to play music. I've tried over the years. I mean, mm-hmm. guitars and stuff that I've bought and sold. But I love music, mm-hmm. and I think I have a good ear for it. And I can hold a tune. You don't want to hear me sing, to be honest with you,
mm-hmm.
but I can hold a tune. And I just thought this is an opportunity. It's like a new instrument.
Yeah.
Like, it's an instrument that I can play. I love computers. I love technology. And so here's an instrument that I can use to make music.
Right.
And I just thought, man, let's try something,
mm-hmm.
And having the ability to be able to work with you all, like all of my kids, mm-hmm. that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking forward to that. It has its challenges too, mm-hmm. right? Like,
mm-hmm. Yeah.
You and I are very much alike, so we butt heads a lot. And I butt heads with Breck, your sister, for different reasons. Mm-hmm. But it's just a lot of fun. And I thought, hey, if we can have fun and make money and build a company, let's give it a shot. And I'm one that tends to, I don't like change mm-hmm. and risk. So this is kind of way outside of my comfort zone to do this. I really don't like being on camera, in front of the camera. Actually, I like being behind the camera and have been for a lot of years. But yeah, I just think, red line, I'm going to cross it. We're going to have fun and see where it goes. So, yeah.
Yeah. I think, just to touch a little bit on, like, working with, yes, we butt heads like crazy. But I think that's the awesome thing about having so many of us, is the different perspectives and the different personalities and the strengths and weaknesses that we can kind of pull and play with. And I think that's exciting to watch kind of progress a little bit. So, yeah. So
what you're a little unique in all of us here, because I don't want to say you don't have a daytime job, because you do. You're just not getting paid for it. So, like, your schedule is a little more free than the rest of us who have day jobs.
Yeah.
You know, what is that like Like, let our viewers know what it's like to be at home, trying to raise 2 kids, keep a family, and doing this.
It's chaos. I'll start with that. And it's difficult because kids in general, I think, wouldn't make it so difficult. It's the stage that my kids are in that make it difficult. I have a almost 3-year-old and a 6-month-old. The 3-year-old wants my attention all the time in general. The 6-month-old cannot be away from me for more than 5 minutes. So trying to balance giving them, feeding into them, feeding their attention and nurturing them, while also, it is difficult on my part because I do get excited about this. This is something I like being creative with it. I like the keeping things organized and things like that. So I want to spend my time doing it, but I also want to spend time with my kids. So finding that balance has been a struggle. But it's very helpful to have a really supportive partner who, extends a little bit of grace when the dishes might not get done or the house hasn't been swept for a week, things like that, make it a little bit easier. Just having that support system or mom, watching the boys, so that we can do these kinds of things or I can work on the content. A really strong support system is really the backbone of me being able to feed into this a little bit.
Yeah. And I think all of us have that support system.
Yeah.
Right. Like, our spouses are always there, and even Denver. Denver, yeah. We'll get into Denver in a bit. But those of us that have spouses, have been really, supportive, and
they're crucial.
Yeah. Like, we need to be able to do what we need to do. And, they've been there and help us out and understand when we're working till midnight or 1 a.m.
Yeah.
and crawl into bed, while they're asleep. It's good to know that we've got that while we're doing that. But it's also important to make sure that those of us that are working all day and then we do this at night, we do realize that we've got to set aside time.
It's finding that balance.
It's finding the balance of it. And it's hard, especially when we're starting. Like, we've just started this company, and it's a lot.
A lot goes into it.
It's a lot. Yeah. Just me doing research to say, well, okay, say I want to start a company. Mm-hmm. What the heck do I do?
Right.
And part of our mission here is to not just make music or make books and things like that we want to do in the future, but it's learning AI. Like, I use it a lot at work and it's very helpful. But I thought, hey, here's 5 people that have varying levels of AI knowledge, and none of us are experts. I don't, by any means, but we're just kind of feeling out what can we use AI for to help us in this endeavor. And I use like ChatGPT a ton, asking, how do I set up an LLC? How do I deal with tax stuff? How do I manage the paperwork around all of this stuff?
Right.
And it's extremely helpful. And for the most part, it was correct. I will put out there, if you're using AI for something, please, please, please double check what it's giving you. Because I realize a lot at work when I ask it something and I don't provide enough proper input on the prompt, I will get things back that I know are just false. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, nope, that is not correct. And it's like, oh, you're right, it's not correct. Here's another answer I'm going to give you, and this one's wrong too. So that's the joy and challenge of AI that I'm finding. And but I think it's neat because hopefully people can look at what we're doing and be like, oh, I can do that too. Because trust me, if I can do this, if we can do this, anybody can do this, right? Because, but it is different. Mm-hmm. It's not Google, right? You're not just Googling something when you're using AI,
right?
You're having to give it a suggestion, and it needs to be a well-formatted, well-thought-out suggestion, because these are large language models that are pulling information from all over the internet.
Right.
So, if you want specific things to come back, make sure you're telling it what sites to get the information from, how you want it to come back. I mean, it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's becoming a skill.
Right.
Like prompting in AI is going to become a skill. So if you want a future-proof job, my suggestion would be learn how to prompt AI, because that's going to be big.
Yeah.
And we're learning that now.
Right. Yeah.
So.
And like you said, like anybody can learn it, but it's so much more than people, I think, realize. It's not just like you said, Googling. You have to know how to prompt well. So like what are some of the challenges that you've come across? I know you touched on one, but when it comes to the music or the images, what are some things that you have struggled with in AI?
It is a struggle. Like I guess I was a little naive when I got that first song that I used for work, and it turned out really awesome. Like it is an earworm kind of song. Like we play it every time we have our forum for this group at work, and we play it, and it is stuck in your head for hours afterwards. So it's really neat. It was kind of a neat, but as I have worked with it more, I'm like, wow, that was a one-off.
Yeah.
Like if I want to that just happened to work really well.
Right.
I'm finding I have to work at it more to get what I want out of it. It's weird in that one of the first things I realized using this to AI to build music is you've got to, you plug in your lyrics. You can have it make lyrics, but we tend to like try to come up with our own lyrics or have lyrics that we plug in. I don't want the app making our lyrics for us. But you've got to put in a prompt.
Right.
And you only have 1,000 characters that you do this prompt. So you need to be very efficient with what you put in. But I found that it works better if I'm giving it emotions. Like, what is the feel? What is the vibe that you want this song to have?
Right.
And you can put in some detailed stuff, have it this many beats per minute and, in this key. You can certainly do that. But I seem to get better results if I'm telling it feelings-based stuff, which is weird because you're thinking, oh, this is a computer. But if you think about what this is doing, like the model, I'm assuming that's made for this is going out there and it's ingesting all of this music, and it's being trained to understand the emotion with the music.
Right.
So it also does seem to play in, and I haven't researched if this is the case, to play in like the lyrics that you give it and how you do the verses and choruses and things like that play into how it writes the music.
Right.
So it's a weird combination of those things, because it's not like here's the full list of things that you need to do.
Right.
Right. And now people are building that, right? Like the people that are using these apps have, created a community that is going out there and they're saying, oh, if you want this is how you get the best out of it.
Right.
And if I'm being honest, I haven't looked into that too much. I probably should.
Yeah.
I'm out here just kind of flailing on my own, trying to understand this. And I could do a better job of doing that, but I like learning it on my own. Like I've always been watching how something's done or reading how something's done versus just let me get into the tool or app or whatever it is and just do it.
Right.
I find that more fun. But yeah, it's what it gives me sometimes is nowhere near what I'm asking for. and sometimes it just doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Right? Like, a song that you hear it the first time and you're like, gosh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And then there's some songs you're like, that's not bad.
Yeah.
It's just meh.
Yeah.
Yep. And I just want to make sure that what we're putting out there is like, oh, that's a good song.
Really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to put junk out.
Yeah.
Because there are people that are just
generating
stuff, and And that's the other thing too. I don't want to off on a tangent. I never do that.
Yeah.
AI can be used for a lot of things.
Yeah.
It can be used for good things. It can be used for bad things.
Mm-hmm.
And, there are people out there that are going to use it to just spam and put junk and crime and all the other things that, AI can do, because it can do a lot.
Yeah.
I just want us to be average people trying to do some good stuff with it.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. We can talk about the ethics of all of this, later if you want. But, another issue that we have is just consistency.
In what way?
With the sound of the vocals, the vocals is hard.
Yeah.
To try to get the same sound from the same artist.
Right. And
by no means, like, I guarantee you're going to go out there and you're probably going to hear some of these songs from the same artist that we put out, and you'll be like, that sounds a little different.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, there's a lot of people that are trying to crack this nut and figure out how to keep consistency in the sound. And there's ways that you can do that to some extent, right? Using the same prompt for the vocals and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, prompts are suggestions.
Yeah.
You're just suggesting that the AI gives you that. And sometimes what you get back is a little off.
Yeah.
And it's just a quirk of the it's the system, it's the process. Right. And I'm not aiming for perfection. I don't know, any of us are aiming for perfection. Yeah. We're going to miss that mark by a long shot. But I think it's just important to get as close as we can, and we'll get better as we go.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not looking to have it. We're completely polished at this point.
Yeah.
There's going to be a
lot of trial and error.
Yes.
Yeah.
The number of songs that I throw away when I'm making a song I am burning up credits.
Yeah.
Because a lot of AI stuff is credit based, right? You pay for the credits and then you use them to generate. I'm burning up a lot of credits when I try, because especially when, say we get the really good lyrics and like, oh, lyrics are great. And you're 80% way through the song. And it's like, oh, this is sounding so good. And then they mispronounce something, or it's garbled, or just something.
A sound effect.
I mean, we had a song where I was working on for Molly, and where the lyrics were like, boots stomping on the ground or whatever. And the AI decided, oh, I'm just going to throw in some
boom, boom, boom,
offbeat, not even in sync. It just sounded like somebody dropping boxes on a floor. I'm like, what the heck? This song was sounding so good.
Yeah.
And then it does that.
Yeah.
And so then I have to make sure, do not add sound effects when I run it again.
Right.
Yeah, it's the trial and error.
Yeah.
And it when you get it to produce the right thing, you try to grab it and go with that.
Yeah.
Like that's, and I'm not a musician. I'm going to assume that same kind of thing is out there from a musician standpoint, where you're playing and stuff, and then you kind of hit that, oh my gosh, we just played all these different things and this one thing hits, and then you just kind of gravitate to that and try to run with that, what you think is good.
Yeah.
And then that'll branch off to other things. That's kind of the same way with this instrument.
Yeah.
Because I think of it like an instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the lyrical musical side of things. What does the process look like of creating the artists, the people behind the individual songs?
It feels like it's different than the real world, AI world versus real world. In humans are beings that create music, right? So you're already a person, a fully fleshed out person that's creating music. This feels the opposite, because when we go and make a song, we may not know fully how it's going to sound, the vocals, it's just a creative process to do that. But out of that music comes the artist, which is different.
Right.
And so I know, like, some of the stuff that we've made for Molly, I've had, Molly is kind of a honky tonk,
Yeah.
brash kind of singer.
Gritty.
Yeah. I've had some other songs that we've made that I thought, oh, well, I'll have Molly sing this. Well, after the song comes out and we hear it, it's like, that's not her.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've almost, like, as we're making the music, we're understanding what the artist is going to be that sings that.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we can kind of, I don't want to treat them like they're people. Obviously they're not people. They're just an AI construct, right? It's a made up, it's just something we've made up.
Mm-hmm.
But I think music, having an artist connected to music feels more natural.
Mm-hmm.
Not that we're trying to fake anybody out or, try to make it sound like, oh, these are real people. They're not.
Yeah.
And we are fully upfront about that. These are AI generated songs with AI generated people.
Right.
But the thought, the lyrics, the like all it's comes from us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we come up with the ideas, we come up with lyrics. We might use AI to tweak it.
Mm-hmm.
But we're using our brains to say, okay, well, how would this artist, like, we've heard maybe 2 or 3 songs that we've made and we think that's its artist. Let's start to flesh out an artist for this, because it just feels natural to have a person connected to singing a song, as opposed to if we just put everything out as Pawdad. Mm-hmm. People are going to be confused.
Right.
Because I don't look like I'm singing, if you're going to do it well. That's not me. So, yeah, we've done that. But even on the image part, mm-hmm. it's rough trying to get, I got a folder of just AI mistakes.
Right.
And because I thought some of them are worthy of retention.
Yeah.
That and maybe we'll show that later at some other point. We'll just have maybe a video of, like, look at the garbage that AI has built. But we know, again, just like with the music's going to have its quirks.
Yeah.
We try to iron those out as best we can. The images are as well. And that's a real struggle, mm-hmm. too, is keeping consistency with a person's image that we make, and then trying to create images where they're on stage or they're interacting with their fans or whatever, but keeping that face and body shape and all that kind of stuff consistent. Mm-hmm. It's hard.
Yeah.
And I've earned a lot of credits on that too.
Yeah, yeah. And I think the funny thing is if you haven't checked the website yet and seen Molly's picture, I highly encourage you to do that. Come back and let us know if you can find out what's wrong with the image, because it is a riot. It was the image that best gave us the best picture of how we wanted her face, her image to look. It just so happens to have a little minor detail that...
We were so focused on her face. We
missed something. So go check that out. Let us know if you can find what that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
But yeah, it's... I just think that trying to create music without humans mm-hmm. is not possible.
Yeah.
We are going to want to associate it with a face, a backstory,
an emotion. Emotions come from people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And AI tends to get that, because AI is built completely off of us.
Right.
Like, all the information that it's getting is from us. Mm-hmm. If at some point, I read an article that's saying that at some point the internet's going to run out of stuff for AI to use.
Right.
And it's going to come soon.
Yeah.
Because we need to be producing like 10 times more information on the internet to be able to supply AI with the amount of information it needs to do its job.
Right.
Because if you start letting AI use what AI created as its source, that's not good.
Right.
You know, yeah. AI, it needs fresh human input. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a struggle. And so, I mean, this is one of those things. I don't know how long this company's going to go, because I don't know where AI is going.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. So where do you see this going in the future? I know you said you have no idea how long this is going to last, if this is going to, skyrocket or get, thrown into the trash. But I think what we're doing is inspiring to people. Where do you see it progressing? Where do you see this moving forward?
I'm just trying to take this day by day, week by week at this point, because we're very we don't have a lot of subscribers or followers at this point, and those of you that are, we appreciate it more than you can imagine. Yeah. We're fighting to be part of people's daily routine. I have people that I watch on YouTube that I look forward to seeing their content because it's good content and they're interesting people and I like their story. And a lot of them have been, come up from nothing.
Right.
This isn't like a paid thing, but Stud Pack. If you guys like watching building stuff, go watch Stud Pack. They're awesome. They came from nothing. Like their family that did remodeling stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like a father with his son and his son-in-law and his daughter, and they're just like making this company. And now they've got lots of, nearly 750,000 people subscribe. Like,
yeah.
But I watched them when they were first starting, like we are. And I hope and pray we could be as successful as that.
Right.
But we're only going to be if what we put out people find interesting and engaging. And but that's also why I think we're trying to be a little more diversified with what we do. So we're going to have this type of video content that we do, and we hope that's interesting and engaging. But we're also making music, so we think that's a way that we can grow the company, is just the music itself, because I think the music should stand on its own.
Right.
Like, if we had nothing else to do with this, and like the videos weren't there, Pawdad Presents wasn't there, if I were to put a song out, that it would do well because people enjoy it. Like, that's the hope.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that it's huge just getting any feedback, negative or positive. If you really enjoyed something, let us know. If you didn't like the sound of something, but you really enjoyed the lyrics or the vocals, any bit of feedback is huge, because then we can tailor that and make something that is even better next time. Something that people really do want to hear.
Yeah.
So,
and some of the things that we've got coming in the future are going to be very engaging. So you want to stay tuned. You want to make sure you subscribe, you follow. We've got some neat stuff that we think is going to be fun from an engagement standpoint, because we want to engage with our fans and the people that are enjoying what we're doing, and we want to do that. And so I think it's going to be fun with some of the stuff we're doing. We didn't touch on it much, maybe just a little bit, but we are looking to do books. Like, that is something we're just trying. We've got so many things juggling in the air right now.
Yeah.
We haven't put a lot of effort into that, other than just some research and some initial text for the books and stories and stuff like that. But we do want to do books and start with like kids' books.
Yeah.
Because we've mentioned it before. If you're bringing up your kids to read, you're bringing up good kids.
Yeah.
Like it's just, reading is so important to them growing and their brains and, their just desire for knowledge and fun and adventure and things like that. And they can get all of that through reading. So we want to be part of that. And I think we've got some neat stories that we can tell. We've got, Pawdad's got 5 grandkids and 2 more on the way. So we've got lots of inspiration for this. And we know what kind of stories our kids like to read. Like, they love coming in this room here in the library. And like, there's a section back here where you can see behind me where they can sit on that big beanbag and they got their little books over there and stuff, and they can sit and read.
Yeah, Dawson loves just, he will beeline to this corner.
Yeah.
That's his corner.
And it would be nice to, I can't wait till the day where we've got some of our books back there.
Yeah.
It would just be neat and cool. And so I don't know if we'll ever broaden our thing to like, full-length novels or I don't know, anything like that. Who knows? But
never know.
That's the fun of this, is we are completely open to whatever we can do, and just being creative and fun and do it as a family. It's kind of where we want to go. That's my goal.
Yeah. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be great.
So, if you are finding the kind of stuff that we're doing fun and engaging and you enjoy the music, maybe you're just here for the music. Maybe you're like, I could care less about this old fart in a hat. That's fine. Listen to the music, add it to your playlist, stuff like that. That's what we want. We want to put music out that people can enjoy. Like I tell you, I can look back at so many points in my life and peg that moment to a song. And like when I hear that song now, I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember when I heard this.
It takes you back.
It does.
Yeah.
And to be able to give that to people is kind of a neat experience.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking forward to that coming from the songs that we do.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're that good.
Yeah.
Let us know if you don't think so. Yeah. So, we're out on all the social media platforms. We have a website, www.pawdadpresents.com. I think the link will probably be down here somewhere. That's going to be the place that you can go to check out what we're about as we add artists and songs. We'll have that information out there for them. And also all the links to all of our social media platforms will be there as well. So just think of that like pawdadpresents.com is kind of our point place and our hub, if you will. And from there, you can go out and then find us on all the platforms that you enjoy to use, and follow us, subscribe, hit that like button, and most importantly, comment.
Yeah.
Like we got our first comment the other day on the Pain of Knowing song Wreckage. And that was just so neat because somebody took the time to go, hey, that was an awesome song. It reminded me of, like the 90s stuff back in the day, the good hard rock, and they put it in their playlist.
Yeah.
I've never had that kind of experience before. It's neat.
Incredibly encouraging.
Yes.
To know that we are creating something that's impacting someone.
Yeah.
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 That's huge.
So if you had that comment, I don't recall the name off the top of my head. Upstate. I think it started with Upstate. So if you're Upstate, thank you. That was so encouraging. I shared it with the whole team. And I'm like, guys, we got our first real comment. And we just appreciate the time that you can devote to watching our random stuff here. We're going to try. Yeah. We're just having a lot of fun doing this. And if you like it, let us know. Yeah. We'll be back with more.
I think that was good.